anyone really comes. But, you know. Whatever. I don't care about the sound, and I don't care if anybody cosplay. It's not worth caring about. People who, even if I was famous, probably wouldn't support me anyway. So, just gotta remember, don't care what the fans think. Be a video game developer, don't care what they think. Anyway, I will be, how do I put this? I'm gonna start banning people if they start mouthing off in my chat. So, since I'm not allowed to yell at people anymore, I'm just gonna start banning people. So please watch your mouth in my chat. To be honest, parking should be an Olympic sport. It takes years of practice to make it perfect, and there are some people that are just better than others. Yes, the following are not those kinds of people. Quite the opposite. It's about the people who couldn't park straight. Fire everywhere. Yep, and the state doesn't have to pay for it. Next time you park here and block me, I will monster truck your car to a pile of scrap, and that's a threat, and you get to go to jail for it. No parking, please. Or sometimes it's pretty obvious you can't park there. You don't have to look hard to see for yourself, despite the trash cans that read no parking. The shiny Range Rover, to do their thing and chance at non-parking space. In the end, the annoyed staff member decided to use these trash cans to their advantage. Try getting out now, punk. And they'll just smash those. And the thing is all the person has to do is walk and move these things. And it's like, you guys are trying. Well, he is driving an Aston Martin, so, he obviously is better than him. Even though Aston Martins aren't really my favorite kind of car. Clearly, they are better than you. If you have a fancy, expensive car, congratulations to you. You've obviously done pretty well for yourself over the years. You've been able to treat yourself to an awesome whip that makes everyone jealous. However, what the fuck was that? Better than please don't park in two parking spaces. That's the thing, is that you touch that car, and that person, you touch that car, that person will sue you until you don't have any money anymore. And, okay, this, I understand. She obviously is a new driver and doesn't know how to park. All wrapped up. It's really not that difficult to park in a parking space. But, you know, you could go to jail for vandalism. I mean, a lot of this is vandalism. No, this is definitely vandalism that you could go to jail for. That if they find who did this, yeah, they get to go to jail. And a lot of this is, you're proud of yourself until you're in jail, and it's like, dear sir, madam, you may have noticed that your vehicle seems to have found itself in 2 parking spaces. The truth is, it actually fits in 1. For the benefit of all humanity, please lower your parking space consumption to XOXO, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I'm pretty sure that this person doesn't give a shit, and is now probably going to keep double parking just to piss you off. The yellow brick line, and this person doesn't care. And this person can literally probably sue you for this. And it's like, all this stuff here can literally, like, some of the notes aren't bad. The notes are actually quite good. And this threat right here, and I'll monster truck your car into scrap, you just, basically, they can take that as a life threat and, you know, report you. And it's like, common sense is a useful tip, and it's like, a lot of these people who do this stuff to these cars obviously are even dumber than the people who are parking. The people who are parking are probably in a rush, probably need to grab and do what they're doing, so they park like that. It's not an excuse. It's just they have no time. Something that some of these guys obviously have too much of. And it's like, or you're at a job and you choose to do this. If I see you do this to my car, I'm going to find your number and I'm calling your boss and you're fired. Okay? I know I sound like a little asshole, but you're vandalizing a $1,000 piece of hardware, that $1,000 to $3,000 to almost $100,000 piece of equipment that I have, and you're going to pay for every cent of every piece of damage that you did to it. When you park like a tool, you make people mad. When you make people mad, hey, they write you notes. When they write you notes, they're wasting their time. When they waste their time, they get more mad. Do it, or is it matter? Now, their double parking thing, man, don't make people double mad. I can't read that, your handwriting is awful. And let's see, vandalism. 3 years in jail, probably. That's definitely vandalism. You can't do that. You can't just tip someone's car over. Spray painting vandalism. This is just literally people posting their crimes on the internet. Like, what the fuck? Vandalism. Okay. If you're the guy who bought the boots, you get an A forever, an A+ for scholarship for Ivy League University. You guys. Okay. See, that's the thing. This is... Dude, this just makes you look like a douchebag. And you guys are getting so mad over parking. Something that you have done more than once. And now you're kidnapping him. And it's like, okay, vandalism. And a lot of this is vandalism, and I get it is frustrating. Hey, where'd my bike go? Yep. See, now this I understand. Because a bike doesn't need a parking spot. Mother Nature, 1 bad driver, 0. And that's the thing, is insurance will pay for it. The potato farm. Can we just pause for a moment and say how impressed we are with this person who made these? Actually went to the trouble of carving members of the potato clan. We applaud their effort. I actually find this hilarious. Thanks for always working across the path. It gives me a chance to make a movie star 3 slide across your hood. Your hood now, and then try it. It's awesome. And that's the thing, is you can do that, but I mean, I guess they could tell you you're trying to steal their car, but you know, monster truck madness. And that's the thing, is that this person is the one who's going to get sued. This person did something wrong, but this person is the one who's going to get sued and is at fault for destruction of property. Jesus. Sticky situation, vandalism yet again. Even more vandalism. That's funny. Actually entrapment. Entrapment, just douchebaggery. Yeah, this is douchebaggery right here. Now, this is the kind of parking that's douchey. Person who doesn't care, obviously, enough and will keep doing it. And it's like, why am I, you know, I look at these and I'm like, it's literally vandalism. You guys are literally committing vandalism. Like, oh my god. Am I the only one who thinks it's wrong? Okay, if you have a problem with it, call the police. Okay, if you have a problem with it, go to the store. Say, oh, this person is parking like an idiot. Don't vandalize their car. Jesus Christ. People talk about real bridezillas they've had to put up with. Indecent proposal. Between agreeing to be between the time I agreed to be a bridesmaid and a couple of months before the wedding, I lost some weight. She got angry at me because she wanted to be the skinny one and threw me out of the wedding party. Wow. Cunt. Hair situation. The bride was blonde. All the bridesmaids except for me were brunette. She asked me to dye my hair for the wedding because she wanted only blonde. I suggested instead, I just give up. Thankfully, to this day, I said that I heard the dress and the bachelorette party cost all the girls more money than I make in a month. Clear out your statement. Fuck off. You too. Okay, good. This one's a little bit longer. It was a best friend of mine who was very frugal, so I figured she was going to have a reasonable wedding and a bachelorette party. I had shared my monetary concerns with her too, that I worked and went to school and couldn't take much time off. She didn't have that many friends, so it was only me and another girl as a bridesmaid. She asked us to hand in all our decorations for the wedding. I put in around 15 hours to making decorations, all outside of working and going to school full time. When she planned the week-long bachelorette party out of town, also asking us to foot the bill, not to mention our dresses, I wanted to find something affordable. She picked a designer dress that I had to pay for. Never wore it again. I spent nearly $1,000 on the whole ordeal. Not to mention that I did her hair and makeup for free for the wedding. I felt largely taken advantage of and unappreciated. The father of the bride had a heart attack as soon as he was being carried out on the stretcher in the ambulance. The sobbing bride yells, "How could you ruin my wedding like this?" Really? Bridesmaid blues. Okay. She asked 16 girls to be bridesmaids. In the year and a half between the engagement and the wedding, about 6 dropped out. 3 were her sisters. She wanted 16 separate shades of blue in 16 different styles of dresses for each bridesmaid. And then threw a fit when the stores didn't have that many options. She demanded everyone pay for a week-long bachelorette party in Vegas, including her share, and then got mad when people opted out. Her parents gave her $20,000 budget. She ended up spending $100,000 and demanding they pay for it. They took out a loan, and they're still paying it off. She wanted everyone to have the same shade of hair, so she asked 2 blonde bridesmaids to dye their hair. They declined. She paid for nothing for the bridesmaids and demanded that we purchase specific shoes, jewelry, hair, makeup, etc. On top of what she wanted us to stay the entire weekend at the hotel she was getting married at. All told, the cost of the wedding did not including the gift, was well over $2,000 per bridesmaid. Oh my god, that is so stupid. My wife's best friend is a florist by trade. She gifts her services to decorate her friends' weddings. Big cost savings. Unknown. Wedding goes as planned and is all good. Afterward, the bride and her mom get annoyed at the florist friend who didn't give them a gift in the wedding card. She didn't even cover her husband's last plate. She conveniently forgot the $1,000 floral product gifted to the wedding. It's a rift that will never be healed between themselves. Make up your mind. She said from the start that she was going to pay for the makeup to be done on the day. 2 weeks before the wedding, I said I needed to drive 2 hours to buy a really expensive makeup brand for myself to wear, which I did, even though I was broke from Christmas shopping. When I was criticized for not giving a gift despite being told being a bridesmaid was a gift enough. The short story is that she lied. She lied to the venue at the number of guests that were attending, effectively packing us in like sardines. She lied about having a day of staff that meant that all the groomsmen spent the day hanging flowers, running to get keys, waiters, and pouring champagne for the guests, and setting up the entire venue for the day. She lied to the hair and makeup personnel about the number of people who were obtaining services in order to get them to come to the site. This forced the guests to get their hair and makeup done in order for the bride not to be charged extra. She lied to the catering about the number of guests. This caused them to run out of food and alcohol. All in all, her lies saved her $1,500 and cost her close friends, since her attitude towards the whole situation was indignation instead of apologetic. Planner here. I've seen everything. The bride invited her ex-boyfriend to the wedding because he's just a really good friend. During the reception, her husband of 2 hours went to the bathroom. She plants a kiss on her ass. She notices that I saw it and promptly reminds me to mind my own business. 2 days later, I get a call from the groom who informs me that the bride is extremely upset with my professionalism and wants a refund. She wasn't happy that I made a scene by running outside to tell them about the bill. In an effort to save them from additional charges, I asked him if she was aware of the scene she made when she kissed her ex-boyfriend on the dance floor. He went to the bathroom. Well, he went to the bathroom. He hung up. How about Momzilla? I was a planner for a wedding and had been working with the bride and groom. A few months in planning, the groom's mom called me to change the date of the wedding. I thought it was kind of weird, and the couple called to confirm the change. The couple did not know anything about the date change and completely ignored the groom's mom and called them if she tried to get in contact. TMI bride. I was supposed to be a bridesmaid at a wedding of a male friend. I tried to befriend the bride because the groom was a childhood friend. She was a total drama queen. She used her wedding chat to constantly discuss all of her problems with the groom. The ring was too small. They never talked about finances before getting engaged. Now she's not sure if he makes enough. You can get prenuptial agreement for children. Can you get a prenuptial agreement for children you don't have yet? I could write a novel about it. Keep in mind that we're all friends with the groom long before we met her. If we didn't back her up, she'd say we were bad friends. Eventually, I was replaced as a bridesmaid and did not attend the wedding and do not speak to either of them anymore. Oh, that's so sad. That you literally gave up probably one of your best friends from childhood just because his wife is a thunder cunt. Bride had two weddings, pretty different financial backgrounds. She had one wedding in the local state where she grew up and one in the destination, and one designation wedding a month later. She couldn't decide what dress to get, so she bought three. I was a maid of honor at the local event and supposed to be part of the destination one. I had to withdraw my bank account to attend to cover the expenses. I was really in awe at all the extravagance. It was a 3-hour ceremony, 2 venue changes. I want what I want, and it's my day still ringing in my ears thinking of it. She went to 60K credit card debt for her perfect day. She told me the day before that she had not informed the groom. Whoa. With friends like these, my best friend got kicked out of being a bridesmaid because she couldn't spend $1,500 to go to the bachelor party. All of the other costs were killing her. The bride told her to take out a credit card to pay for it. One of my friends made the best comment over this. She's the bride. She's the bride. Just do you, and the best favor ever kicking you out of the bridesmaid. She's the bride. Just did you the best favor ever kicking you out of the wedding party. Okay. Expensive taste. Picked $400 bridesmaid dress. Destination bride cost $1,200. On a super expensive spot for the bridal shower, registered at William Soma. I was broke college student, but managed to pay for all of this junk and give a gift. Wow. Destination wedding, yay. Went to a wedding in Cuba. Once lived in Canada, and after paying to fly and staying, getting a suit, wasn't wedding party, it's just close friends. I only gave $100 cash present since the rest of the trip cost me $1,300. The bride's family had the nerve to email me asking why I only gave $100 as a present, especially since I had the privilege of seeing the wedding in person. The guy was a guy just out of school and his first job in less than a year. Call me mom. I recently attended my father's 5th wedding in August of this year, of which I was not asked but required to be a bridesmaid. About 24 hours after the wedding, my new stepmother was screaming at me in front of the entire wedding party for not referring to her as mother. Keep in mind, my real mother is very much alive and we are very close. Sign a contract. We signed a contract vowing things like we couldn't get any fake tans because no one was allowed to be tanner than her. No false eyelashes. Her eyelashes were the longest. No teeth whitening Her smile shined the brightest. Exact quote from the contract. Bridesmaid, $400 bridesmaid dress, $100 shoes, and $250 rented jewels. We had to buy on our own, despite the fact that her family was loaded and I was broke. I look back and I wish I would have had the courage to decline. It was awful. You know, okay, bridesmaids are spending all of this. I think that if they're loaded like that, they should have to pay you back. When my friend was a bridesmaid, she received an astonishingly detailed itinerary of how to behave at the wedding day, with notes like $250 compliment the bride on how she looks on the most important day. On an actual wedding day, the bride repeatedly got angry with my friend for not adhering to the itinerary. This was after several months of the bride expecting my friend to be available at a moment's notice to take care of wedding chores. They haven't spoken since the wedding day. Clean freak. The caterer's mother of the bride found a single spot on the knife on a single setting and demanded that the entire reception $60K be free. She was not writing the check, so she got shot down pretty quickly. But there was so much rain, till death do us part. I worked as a bridal fitting assistant at a wedding shop. Probably the worst I ever saw was a woman who claimed that her fiancé had died and she wanted a refund. When she came back in demanding the same Jack Bass because they made it up, turns out he hadn't been dead after all. A penguin suit. Tuxedo salesman here. Bride and groom came into the store to get tuxedos. She said, "I need a penguin suit for my fiancé." Now, I didn't give this too much thought, as it's not a particularly uncommon trait. But when she pulled out a picture of a penguin and said, "Match that," she made him get tails, jacket, black vest, and went over an hour figuring out that shoes looked like the most like flippers, and then made me a special order a shade of orange bow tie that closely matched the penguin's little scruff thing. 7 shades of orange we had. The 7 shades of orange we had was not acceptable. Oh, poor man. Giddy outie 5,000 out of there, bro. Get out. We will be playing Country Cold Wild soon. I am a violinist who plays in quartets at weddings. In October, my group was to play at an outdoor wedding. It was 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The bride refused to move the ceremony inside. There was a very nice facility to do so, and this was at the Fancy Hunt Club. Even though we and her guests were freezing, the poor bridesmaids wore strapless dresses, no shawls or anything to keep them warm. It was awful. The group actually had to put in our contract that we will not play outside weddings if it's below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, as it can ruin our instruments. On top of that, the bride never thanked us, and apparently everyone got drunk at the reception. The venue kicked everyone out, and this venue probably cost $10K to rent for the day/night. The wedding planner. My brother's girlfriend worked with a well-known wedding planner and had been working on many weddings with this planner. She finally worked on one solo day with a massive bridal she found out that day. The couple had hired her a couple of weeks before the wedding and clearly had no clue what the job is supposed to be. She showed up early morning on the wedding day for an outdoor wedding down a hill from a house that locked for hours. She went with an essentially choir, essentially to enter antiques market. The bride wanted a rustic Pinterest look and had gone overboard and bought too many tacky items. The entire day was horrendous. The planner worked out without eating until around the bridesmaid wanted the wedding planner and a decorator. After the wedding, she complained to get her money back, and I have a feeling she didn't get her money back. A bride once called having a meltdown because her friend got engaged as well and was planning to get married the same year that she was. Apparently, it was a special year, not just a day. She threw a huge fit and the girl was only getting married to steal her thunder. Yes, because no one else can have a life at the same time as you. Her friend's date wasn't even the same month or season. She was in October and her friend was in June. My friend is a photographer, does weddings, got punched in the face by the groom because the groom decided the photographer was taking too many photos of the bride. The weddings seem to bring out the worst in humanity. Callias and Caddy. My dad had the audacity to die. 6 weeks before the wedding, and she couldn't understand why that suspended her wedding details for me, and I met my husband at her wedding and haven't spoke to her since. Evil stepmother. My dad remarried. Come wedding day, his soon-to-be ex-bride stepped out of the limo and pushed me away from her when I tried to give her a congratulations hug. I was 11. That part of the wedding, no. And sure enough, 6 months later, they were divorced. Seeing green beans. It was the most expensive wedding I had created up at that point, around $100K. The bride went absolutely crazy because she was given cut green beans as opposed to French-style cut green beans. She was rude to everyone and spent the entire reception screaming at her new spouse. He looked so miserable, beaten down, and at his own wedding. 3 months later, she never made the final payment on the food or the venue. Why? Because she couldn't afford it. Her voice layers were costing her a fortune. Grotesque groomzilla. Late into the party, my ex-husband was the groomzilla. I didn't mind him being more involved than most men because it was my second wedding. But he ended up taking total control. I chose my dress, and that was it. The rest was him. One thing I really wanted was live music at the ceremony. I begged for months. He finally relented and changed his mind during the ceremony. It set the tone for the rest of our marriage, which only lasted a couple of years. Sassy sorority sisters. My sister had 10 bridesmaids. Most of them were sorority sisters from college, and they wanted to plan an elaborate weekend, but most of them were in school and unemployed. When I asked, hey, who's paying for this, my sister got annoyed that I even asked. That makes saying the vows complicated. We weren't allowed to talk directly to the bride, at all. Her mom and maid of honor were the only ones allowed to talk to her. What? My best friend's wedding shower was a nightmare. Originally, she wanted to host a wedding shower that had, for just 10 guests. My parents weren't well off, but they offered to host for her since she had been a long-time friend of mine. 3 days before the shower, she told us the guest list was actually going to be 45. When we told her that we couldn't accommodate, she asked us if we were purposely trying to ruin every day. I dropped out of being a bridesmaid for her wedding and never spoke to her again. The wedding DJ. The wedding DJ. I worked as a caterer and wedding DJ for about 15 years. I was DJing a wedding in a shabby little reception hall in the middle of the sticks for a redneck bride and groom. The bride was wasted at the time and started playing. By the time I started playing my set, around 8 p.m., she came up to me right and told me I needed to play the song Save a Horse, Ride It Cowboy, like every 4 songs, and I tried to tell her that's a bad idea, but she insisted, so I agreed. About an hour into the night, I played the song for the 10th time, and the people in the crowd started booing. Please note that every time I played the song, I passed it off onto the bride by saying something like, "It's time for a special request from the bride," or so not to destroy my reputation. So some people booed and started walking off the dance floor. The bride sees this and loses it. She runs onto the stage and demands a mic. I get back on the dance floor, or this thing. Get back on the dance. The glass ignored her. She yelled again. No one pays attention. She marches over to the cake and flips it and yells, "Everyone out of my wedding." So the guests did not seem all that surprised and ended up leaving. I still got paid in the end, and did not matter much from my end, but wow, just wow. Drunk. Ew. Wedding starts late because the groom hit the bar during the day. The bride is mad that her new husband slammed before dinner. So instead of helping him sober up, she proceeds to get super inebriated as payback. It was a Tuesday. Oh wow, labor pains. I work with a man who was married. I work with a man who was married a few years ago. He and his wife-to-be spent a year planning a lavish wedding. A few months into the engagement, they found out the bride's cousin, a bridesmaid, was going to start IVF, in vitro fertility, to hopefully become pregnant. She and her husband had long struggled with infertility and could finally afford the IVF. The engaged couple was furious with the cousin, not wanting her to start a family because they didn't want her hugely pregnant on their day. At the end, what happened at the end? The cousin made it to the wedding and ended up going into labor the next day. No problem, right? Wrong. My coworker was telling me the story years later, and he was still bitter about it, and tells me how selfish they had been not to wait, and how much the 9-month pregnant woman and the excitement of the birth the next day had taken away from their special day. Okay, what a dick. Okay, that's when you just tell your parents, you know what, kick them out of the family right now. Done. They are done. My friend was a bridesmaid in her college friend's wedding one day. When I visited her, I saw her fuming over a baggy gown. What's wrong? I asked her. That's what I'm wearing. Okay, what's wrong with it? We went to the bridesmaid dress shop, and she asked me what color I should pick for the bridesmaids. I told her pick anything but nude or beige color. Beige color because it would look really dull on us. I bet you can already see where this is going. The night of the wedding, Kay's husband told my friend that Kay proposably picked dull colors for her bridesmaids as she wanted to look the prettiest on their day. and drink it in. After the ceremony, we headed to the cocktail hour, and the wedding party stayed behind to take pictures, and we had to wait for almost 2 hours for the bride and groom to show up so that the reception could start. Fortunately, there was an open bar. All the guests, I'd say around 50 to 60, went to the bar to get a drink. One drink. This is important. Got a drink. One drink. This is important. When the bride put, one of the waiters approached her father and let him know that his deposit on the open bar has been met. Did he want to close it or put more money down? The bride overheard and lost it. She proceeded to stand up from the chair, started screaming at everyone here about how rude and selfish they were for taking advantage of the open bar. Her dad tried to hush her and tell her that it was okay, but she wasn't having any of it. She picked up a bowl and threw it on the table and yelled to each of us that we were going to chip in and pay for the drinks that we had. So we joined the majority of the guests, walked up to the bowl, dropped a few bills, and walked over to the table and picked up what we brought and left. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't know who's worse. I feel like everyone was wrong in that situation, and it's like, okay, wow. Okay, the father was cheap enough not to buy just an open bar, unlimited drinks. Oh my God. The bride was asshole enough to tell everybody to chip in, and then all the rest of them were assholes for taking their presents away and leaving. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, what is this called? What a keeper. I saw a marriage fall apart before it even started. It was the most embarrassing moment I ever had the misfortune of witnessing. The bride arrived at the wedding, which was a massive church, 300 guests. Everyone was seated waiting for the bride's grand entrance. Suddenly the wedding music stopped and everyone stands. By unhappy chance, I was seated behind the groom. He turns around as the bride is within your charge, said, "What the heck are you wearing?" The bride turned and looked at him, understandably annoyed. They started to break her. The priest had to intervene. Everybody was looking. The bride suddenly took off her veil, threw it on the floor, and yelled, "What if? Well, if that's the way you feel, this is over." Marched out screaming, "It's off, it's off." The groom had left, standing there with red face. For a brief moment, everyone stood there motionless. The groom disappeared and returned looking disheveled and announced the wedding was off. And we all were left. The reception went ahead, however. It had been paid for, and the bride's mother, who said it was a shame that all the food and drink had to go to waste, had already been paid. The quietest dinner I've ever attended. A real piece of work. The Groomzilla story here. During the toast, the groom took the mic and jokingly said, "Welcome to my first wedding." It was a cringeworthy moment that got a lot. Most awkward silence. I didn't get a look at the bride's face, but she must have been mortified. Anyway, the groom was a real piece of work in other ways. They divorced a few years later. Toss a bouquet and your hands in the air. Shit. I worked at a flower shop. We had a bride and her mother show up around 9 a.m. They wanted to order a full set of flowers for the wedding party, and the wedding was scheduled for noon. 3 hours from then, they wanted it to be ready by the time they were done with their makeup appointment and at the beauty parlor a few hours done. All the flowers they wanted required at least 3 weeks to ship from their supply. The bride was absolutely gobsmacked that they didn't carry extremely expensive, highly perishable flowers at all times. My boss told them that they would be limited to what they had on stock. The bride and her mom kept arguing and that we should have the specific flowers in stock. The bride started whining and going that we were going to ruin her big day. My boss told her that she had ruined her own day by not ordering her flowers before the actual wedding. The mom tried to chew out her loss for the lack of customer service. My boss told her that she was welcome to try the shop down the street. My mom said she'd do just that, and reassuring that the bride that she'd have the flowers done by the time. Both women stormed out. I figured that was that, but my boss told me that the girl started the other girl started on 6 sample bouquet. Meanwhile, threw together a ribbon wrapped around a bouquet with some white roses that were nearly past the bride. Surely enough, 20 minutes later, the bride slunk back and meekly asked if we were still available for what they needed. Yet we did. We also charged them a large bridezilla tax. Rush fee, cunt. Yeah, no, actually, she's a bridezilla, yeah, but you guys are really the assholes in my mind. Okay, the thing is in my mind that these are people who are in a situation where they feel it's almost a helpless type thing, because during a wedding you can't get all this stuff done unless you have a year, 2, 3 to plan the wedding. Not all this stuff is my mom saw a great bridezilla freak out while shopping at my wedding just a few years back. We were in a small local shop when another mother-daughter duo came up. The mother said that they were to pick up her daughter's dress, so the attendant looked the name of the browns and said, "Ma'am, you never bought a dress here. What are you talking about?" The attendant shows the lady that the note said confusing. You said you wanted to think about it and asked if we could hold the dress. We held it for 2 weeks, but then we didn't hear back from you, so we assumed you didn't want it. Well, I want it now. It's been over 8 months, the attendant explained. We sold the dress a long time ago, but we can order you another one. It was like an unfiled Kano of entitlement, and the eruption again. This is unacceptable, the mother shrieked. We have alteration scheduled in 2 hours. The wedding is a week away. I can't believe you sold her dress. The bride, meanwhile, was slumped against the desk sobbing. But my mom and I were just open-mouthed staring at this point. The attendant was trying to be diplomatic and clearly baffled that, ma'am, we had no way of knowing you wanted it. You never called. You never put down the deposit. The dress isn't yours until you pay for it. After some more screaming, the mother and the wailing from the bride, they left. The shop attendant came back to us and asked her, the poor lady, all the time, she said. It baffles me to this day. And it's like, okay, I think dress stores have to be some of the worst places in the world. Like, come on. And the band played on. The wedding band here. The bride flipped her lid on me and my bandmates because our instruments weren't white or salmon colored to fit with the decoration. She was saying that she ruined the photographs, even though I was playing the reception and all the photos were already taken. Cake face. I once worked at a bakery and we had a bride freak out the cake wasn't right and proceeded to smash it to bits with her fist. The thing is that it was another couple's cake. She had smashed the wrong cake. The cops allowed her to wash her hands before placing her in handcuffs. No love. song for Old Blue Eyes. The groom had planned practicing Frank Sinatra singing to his new wife. During the reception, he took the mic and the band backed him up. He began singing. His new wife suddenly stalked across the class, went up to the stage, grabbed the mic, and said, "I hate this song. I don't want to hear it." They divorced a year later. Damn. Totally fabricated. When I worked at a fabric store, I heard someone mention the word wedding. I would intentionally go to another department. Without fail. Everybody needs 25 yards of discount fabric. We didn't have SKU, a little sample piece, and it would take an hour to resolve. If you couldn't magically summon the identical product out of thin air, she would flip up because her wedding was 3 days away, and now there are no table runners. After a while, you stop feeling sorry for them. Fuck you. My boss's wedding. My first job out of college, my boss got engaged and asked me plus 3 colleagues to be her bridesmaids. I only had known her for a short time, but I didn't feel comfortable saying no because she was my boss, which legally you can say no. It's not your job to help her do everything, but okay. In addition to being a wedding for someone I barely knew, there were so many horrible things about this bridezilla wedding. First off, I ended up hosting one of her bachelorette parties in her shower because no one in her life planned anything. She showed up to her own shower an hour late, hungover, and wearing pajamas when she demanded that everyone is dressed for a luncheon. She ordered our dresses from EST and they looked like seafoam green raw silk pillowcases with holes cut in the arms and heads. They tied with a giant bow in the back, and we all looked like literal infants. She wouldn't let us in heels with said dresses because the groom was kind of short and we all had to buy flats in the specific shade of gold. She wanted us to wear our hair in really ugly and extremely complicated updo, and said we would have to pay for one hairstylist to do our hair. We refused. The wedding was on Sunday, and the venue was far and inconvenient. No, it wasn't a long weekend. The rehearsal dinner for the Sunday wedding was Thursday and started at 4 p.m., requiring everyone to leave work in the middle of the day. She forced us to stay at an expensive hotel in the area that night for no apparent reason and refused to pay for our hotel room. Wow, what a bitch. That's when I would be like, I quit, you're a bitch, fuck you. Bride and groomzilla story here. They had an outdoor wedding with no backup plan in case of rain on the shores of Lake Michigan. It poured on that day. The happy couple requested no umbrellas because they wanted to be able to see their faces in the crowd. Well, we were able to see their wet and angry faces of people in their clothes room while the bride and groom stayed dry under their gazebo. It's not that complicated. I was a bridesmaid, and my husband was a groomsman. The bride banned us from looking and speaking or dancing with each other for the fear of out-cuting the happy couple. We had been married for 5 years at this point. We complied with their wishes, and requested alone was outrageous. Total tan. We demanded that I grow my bangs out months before because didn't want anyone's hair blowing. She demanded that I grow and it all has to stay perfectly still. Also, I'm quite pale and she insisted I go get a big tan. I originally bought pale tan color to look more natural, but the morning of the wedding she made me pile it on, and it was pretty hot. that subsequent and stained my pale pink dress. That was stupid. Blonde ambition, I think. Hang on. Blonde, yeah, ambition. Okay, hang on. I will read this later, and this will be 10 months into, so let me just purge it. No, I'm definitely not reading this. I was a bridesmaid for a high school friend. At the time, I had bleached my hair blonde and it didn't turn out well. Before the wedding, I had to change my hair back to the original color. The color I had all my life, except for that awful month or so of bleach. I showed up to the wedding ceremony and the bride had an epic meltdown because all of her bridesmaids wouldn't be blonde. Apparently, I wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid because she wanted me. Just my blonde hair. Or bitch. Maid of honor made to do chores. I was the maid of honor and demanded that I come clean out their parents' yard a day or two before the wedding because the reception was in her parents' house. I had already gone through multiple ridiculous requests that week leading up to the wedding. So this one, I put my foot down and said no. I got through the wedding, no longer friends, and she did send a gift when I got married. A centerpiece from a wedding that I had helped make. My sister-in-law insisted that I shave off my beard for the wedding photos. A beard I've had for over 10 years and will probably have on my dying day. I looked like a toddler in shape. She eventually was talked down by her brother, who pointed out that in a year it would look like we had a complete stranger in their wedding photos. Let's hope they all have an Altoid beforehand. She was a typical bridezilla, but during the photos, all went crazy. During one picture, she and the groom were taking a kiss pic and decided that all the bridesmaids needed to be doing the same. Despite the objection, we all had to kiss these girls we didn't really know, and the whole thing was super awkward. Her goose was cooked. A hotel brought the wrong main meal during the reception, and rather than just shrugging it off and getting compensation later, the bride insisted they recook the whole thing from scratch for 100 people. This essentially brings the reception to an end, and now all the guests have to wait 3 hours to get dinner, pushing back the speech to the end of the night. Everything the guests wanted at the evening, guests waited in the bar, then went home without seeing the happy couple. There was no time for dance. I don't know, guys, I don't know why, okay, at this point, I don't know why the bride just didn't do all that stuff while the meal was cooking. Okay, you guys could have danced. You guys could have had a good time and waited for the food. But no, you guys had to mope around because the bride was being an asshole. But okay, last weekend the bride walked into the church for 3 hours early, 30 people in the middle of prayer in her super makeup robe. She freaked out because the church wasn't set up for her wedding yet. She picked up a chant and threw it in the trash can. What the fuck? This is the last one. Don't step on my bridal shoes. My cousin married a vapid dolt. The night before the wedding, she found out that her flower girl had the same shoes as her, but in a much smaller size. She flipped the lid and made the mother get different shoes before her wedding ceremony. What a bitch. I'll read this tomorrow. Okay, so we're playing Hunter Call of the Wild. I got everything, so now I need to use a 60. Warframe Wednesday will start around. Well, first of all, change the time. Warframe Wednesday will start around 2 or 3. So, around 2 actually. And then Warframe Wednesday will not be very long today. Or maybe I'll start at 1, get some leveling done, and then just wait for my friends or something. I'll figure out something. But anyway, this may be my last stream of these two because I just don't feel like they work well with the channel. So. let's see what these are. I am kind of really bored of streaming these days because just no recognition, no nothing, and it's like no one, hardly anyone comes except for maybe my friends who feel like they have to come, and it's like no one has to come to my streams. I could literally sit here for hours and hours and hours and not really do anything. And it's like, whatever. I mean, I could literally just probably stop the stream right now, record a few videos, and then boom, I just put it on YouTube. And it would make no difference because my videos don't get anything. Okay? And it's like, I'm almost just really tempted to tell my bosses to go to hell. Tell them to go to hell, and that I really, really, really just don't want to work for them anymore. But I can't. I'm stuck in a contract for basically a year. So, yeah. So, that is everything I have on me. I will be moving to... Okay, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be moving from place to place. Because I really don't feel like staying in one place unless I like find some really, really, really nice looking really, really nice looking deer. But I have a feeling I won't, and my thing doesn't seem to be producing any actual things anymore. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to be running around. If I see good deer, I'll kill it. But I more than likely will just switch if I don't find anything. So okay, and also new rules for my streams. I'll post them later, but they're basically going to be no sassing off, no backseat gaming, none of this, none of that. Okay, I'm not going to stand for people backseat gaming anymore. I don't want to listen to people backseat gaming. I don't want to listen to people swearing at me, telling me I'm a horrible streamer in the chat. I will just start banning people. If you're going to be a smartass towards me, you're going to get banned. You'll be put on timeout. If you're just going to be a plain asshole in my chat to everyone, then you will be just banned. And if you are my friend and you are just acting like a complete asshole when I'm streaming with you, you are banned from doing videos with me. So, okay. If I know how to play a game, just don't even try to tell me how to play it. If I'm not navigating to your specifications or right, keep it to your fucking self. I like criticism, but criticize me all you want. I just don't care. I'm not gonna change just because you feel like it. Just plain don't be a dick. Anyone found to be being a dick in my chat will be banned. And there's just going to be a list of bannable offenses. Saying nigger in my chat will get you banned. Calling me a fucker and a horrible streamer, you will get banned. And I'm just going to start doing this. Okay, if you don't feel like supporting me, or if anything, really, I don't need you around, so you can take your shit and just go stage right. Or, wait, no, it's stage left. You can take your shit and go stage left, or right, whichever you feel like doing. And any and all flat earth talk will be banned because I don't need those types of idiots here. Anyone who thinks Trump is a good guy will be banned and will be kicked, and if you are a friend, and will be kicked out of my friends group. I am not taking Trumpers anymore. Okay, I don't care if you're a Trumper and you're my friend, but if you're trying to convince me that he's a good guy and stuff, I'm not gonna listen, and I'm just gonna blatantly tell you to just stop trying. Because I don't care. I don't like Trump, and I never will like Trump. So, okay, so Red Deer, there is no level 9 there. There are red deer back here. Okay, there are red deer back here. I know there is a male back here. Almost tempted to like start getting rid of some friends on Xbox because no one ever plays with me. Okay, I'm not in a really good mood today, so real rudeness will be not taken with a grain of salt and be banned, so okay, so I hope you guys will get where I'm coming from. I'm going to start cracking down on people who are rude on the bottom of my videos. I'm going to start cracking down on all this stuff and that stuff. So if you do want to be rude to me on my channel, you will get banned. I'm not being a pussy, I'm just kind of tired of hearing it. Just kind of tired of hearing that I am a horrible person and all this stuff, okay? That I'm a horrible friend and that I'm all this. Okay, yeah, I know I'm a horrible friend. Whoop-de-fucking did. Don't be friends with me. We're gonna go from the Yukon to Layton to Parquet, then to Warahunga, Harsfelden, then, last but not least, will be Medbev, and depending on how I feel about these places, I will be changing it, a lot, so. So what do you think of those Bridezilla stories? I think that most of them were just... Bridezillas are made during the wedding. Unless they're that way, most people who are Bridezillas are just frustrated with the wedding. With the wedding planning, with the people cutting out, with the people quitting, with this, with that, with this, with that. And it's like they lose family and friends over it. And it's like, I feel like sometimes I've watched the Bridezilla show. I have. And a lot of them are some of the worst people. Those are the worst of the worst people. And some of these people are good people who lose friends because their friends think that, what they're asking us what in your wedding is outrageous. When the girl said, oh, you all pay for your drinks, I think that was more than reasonable. Like, I mean, this is her special day. You guys kind of ruined it. Let's see. The penguin suit one, the girl wasn't really a Bridezilla. She just kind of wanted her husband in one of those stupid penguin suits. Okay, a lot of this isn't them being a Bridezilla just because it's fun. A lot of them are being Bridezillas because never see more than level 3s on mine for some reason. Wait, how high do bison go? Okay, plains bison are max level 5. Okay, so at first I remember them being level 9s. Oh, keep close. Wow, they're really hypersensitive today. There are wolves in the area? Although it's not an excuse for how they act, and losing friends and family is a given in any way, especially in these times where everybody is so offended by everything. Criticism isn't an option nowadays. Because if you criticize someone, even especially some YouTubers, their fans will and their fans will literally get on you like it's nothing. So that's why I've chosen to kind of keep criticism at the back for my channel. Yes, make your criticisms, but keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it things that actually do need to be changed. And if you want it changed, then good. And then I'll try to change it. But until we are in a time where I have a feeling I'll never get successful on YouTube. I will probably never get successful on YouTube and ever be making money from YouTube. YouTube, Twitch, and all that stuff are not an option for making viable money. And I get that, okay, cool, that stuff is there to help, but I just don't see a realistic situation where one of my videos becomes popular. Ever. There's no videos on my channel that no one likes. Okay, all my videos are 3-4 hours long. I don't have editing skills, very many, actually. I don't have editing skills. I don't edit my videos. I mostly stream. And it's like, I don't think people like listening to me talk. which is fine. Which makes me just really, like, not want to do this if you guys don't want to listen to me talk. Because I remember that I always used to do the silent streams, and I'm starting to think that maybe I should start doing the silent streams again. And, oh wait, no, you can't do anything silent nowadays. People need to hear you talk as you play. So scrap that. Okay, everybody's so goddamn picky about how my voice sounds. I get people who tell me that my voice sounds great. I get people who tell me that my voice sounds awful. I get people who tell me my voice is cool. I get people who tell me this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, okay, people, I need the group of you to finally make up your mind. Yeah, and I'm gonna just say that you start watching Mirror. That's gonna be that it's either you're gonna, and I'm gonna have to put this in my channel description. Unless you're here to watch, get out. That's all I have to say. And all 68 of my subscribers are all my friends. And it's like, whatever. And if you're not here to help out with my channel, then get out. Okay, I obviously don't need you if you're not going to help with my channel, if you're not going to donate, if you're not going to do anything. And I get people sometimes can't afford it. Don't get on me about that. I know some people can't afford to donate. Okay, and that is fine. Financial situations are all different. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to donate. But I would prefer, if that you're going to make a suggestion, please do donate. So that, donate the price amount that you want me, that, of the thing that you want me to get. With a few cents extra, just in case of taxes. Okay? You guys need to understand that I can't just go willy-nilly and buy all the shit that you want me to buy because you think that my channel would be better with it. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but that's cool and all, but you're basically asking someone who is poor, who has no money, hardly any money, and everybody's like, oh, 102 is a good thing to spend, and it's like a good amount to spend. No, it's not. Especially when I'm getting requests for these games that also have DLC, that have like 10 tons of DLC on them, and there's nothing I can do about the DLC. I can't afford the DLC. So either you guys are going to have to start donating for the shit that you want me to play, or I'm just going to start ignoring requests. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. I mean, it's not like anybody comes and watches my streams. And it's not that I get that many requests. No. My thing is that when I do get requests to play, oh, this game, are you going to buy me that game if you're going to request it? Or am I going to have to figure out how to buy it myself? And it's more than likely I'm going to have to figure out how to buy it myself. Because y'all are selfish and just don't want to help. Okay? You want me to play, you want me to have these certain things, but you don't want to chip in and help. Big brain time right there, huh? But what I'm saying is that if you want a game to be played, and I'm waiting for someone to come in my chat and say, well, you're not all that, you don't deserve shit, and it's like, all I have to say to you as a person who has that on their mind, shut the fuck up, okay? You don't have to entertain people who obviously say, pick and choose the games that they want me to play, but don't fucking come to my streams. Okay? You're not the one who sits here, basically lonely all day on stream. No one coming, no one chatting, no one even looking at your stream. Okay? you have what? Some job that you do that you complain about 24/7 because it's too hard for your little brain or something? I don't know. What the fuck? Why are you here bitching at me with that fact? Okay, you're the one who chose the job and you could quit at any time. Oh wait, no, you can't quit because you need the money. And it's like, don't fucking try to choosy beggar me and all that shit, when in fact I don't have the time or money to deal with you. Okay, this goes for YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, and Facebook. I don't have the time to deal with you, especially if you're gonna be rude and basically tell me, oh, play this game, you'll be more popular. I'll play that game when the fans start forking over the money for me to buy the games. Oh wait, no, I don't have any fans. I have 68 people who don't watch my videos. Unless I do a talking about video. Okay, I get 30, 40, 50, 60 views on that. And it's like, whatever. Or I get 90 to 100 views on something like that, a talk about episode. Okay? And at a point, I'm not going to do YouTube anymore, or do anything anymore, because no one wants to watch or do anything with my channel. I ask my fans what they want to see me play, and no one tells me anything. Just like in my life, I ask what I should play, and nobody wants to tell me. And I end up having to decide, and then people get pissed at me when I play the same games over. Okay, I'm getting tired of it, of not having people put input in on things that I need input being put in. Okay, I can only do so much. I'm only human, and I do sort of have feelings. Okay, at what point is it that you guys are going to help me make my channel better? Or at what point are you guys just going to shut the fuck up and let me do whatever the fuck I want on my channel? Hell, my mother's more help on my channel than you guys are. And she doesn't even care about my channel. Okay? Okay, when my own mother and my own family is more helpful than my goddamn fans and the goddamn people who fucking follow me on Twitter, then there's a fucking problem. Okay, no, I can't be doing video games for people who don't want to fucking watch. I can't be buying these horror games anymore for people who don't fucking watch, okay? It's costing me too much money that I don't have and that I could be spending on my friends and family. Or on stuff that I enjoy, even though there's not much that I enjoy besides like food. Food. But come on, I just want, just once, a fan to put in their input on what game I should play. And it's like, I have all these games, and maybe you should try picking a game that I feel like playing. Or when I play a game I feel like playing, I get no views whatsoever, and I get no one watching my video. Okay, it's like this choosy baker thing. This choosy beggar subreddit where everybody's fucking bitching and moaning at me about not getting enough shit done. My bosses bitch at me because I don't get the games that they want done, or I can't afford the games that they want done, or I can't afford the add-ons for the games that they want done. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to play these games if their add-ons aren't in the game that fix the game. Okay, I'm not going to play Borderlands 3, especially when it doesn't have anything that's fixing the problems that are with it right now. All Borderlands games are like this. They need to release a few DLCs to fix shit. Okay, I'm not gonna pay for Borderlands 3. I'm pissed at Borderlands right now. I'm overly pissed at Borderlands right now for fucking releasing on Epics, okay? I'm not gonna fucking put my information into fucking Epic Games, get my information stolen, and then it be sold to some fucking Chinese little kid who's gonna fucking use my fucking social security number to buy fucking Chinese hookers and shit. Okay? No, I'm fucking done. Okay, I'm not going on Epic, so I'm not using on Epics. I'll use Steam till the day I die. Okay, and maybe when the Microsoft thing comes up, I'll use that, but... But that's it. I'm not using any other services besides Steam. You guys want me to use all these services that I can't afford. Like, everything has a fucking price tag on it now. Oh. Wow, that's just amazing. You want better services on Steamlabs OBS? On Slabs? Oh, pay for Prime. Oh, if you want, it's $12.99 a month. Pay. If you want this, pay. And it's like, I get nothing's truly free in the fucking world. But there are some things that should be free. Okay, there are some things that straight up I shouldn't have to pay for. Like the fucking decorations for my fucking warframes on Warframe. I shouldn't have to pay 150 67 plat for one arm piece and then have to go get another 167 plat for another arm attachment? What the fuck? Why is this all so fucking expensive? Why? Okay, I love Warframe, and I'm playing Warframe today. And my Warframes look damn fucking good. At least in my mind. I don't care what y'all think. Look damn fucking good. But their shit's expensive. The world's fucking expensive. It's way too expensive, and it's fucking Trump's fault. Okay? The trade war with China is fucking us. Okay? I'm tired of getting fucked by a retard of a president. Okay? And the people who defend him are even more retarded than he is. What the fuck? I will never lose respect for someone just because they like Trump and think he's the smartest guy in the world. I'll lose respect once you start treating people like Trump do. You don't know, okay? When you start treating immigrants like they're a parasite in America, then that's when you're done in my book. You're done. I just don't want to hear you anymore. Okay? If you think that you're something more than what Trump makes you out to be, you're not worth my time, okay? And now let me get onto religion. I think religion is bullshit. Okay, yes, I do believe in a religion that does have trees as gods, basically, and believes in manna and all the jewel stuff. Okay, that's my religion. Get over it. I love being called a Satanist by some fucking Christian nutjob who, in fact, probably has molested 6 kids in his life. All 6 were his own kids that he's probably gotten pregnant. And the reason that they're fucking pregnant is because of his fucking evil sperm. What the fuck? My religion doesn't have that. No, does it? No, it doesn't. We believe in jewels and being kind to each other. Okay? And I'm not going to be kind to somebody who's going to fucking yell at me and tell me that, oh, I'm the devil and that my religion is the devil just because I believe in a crystal. Okay? A crystal? Oh no. It's a piece of mineral from the fucking earth. Get over it. Okay, I've had a few people complain that me and my mom's religion is horrible and scary, and it's like, okay, you know, it's only scary if you make it scary. It's like a pit bull. This stuff, my religion is like a pit bull. It's only scary if you make it scary. If you raise it scary. If you do the wrong things in it. Okay, I like to think that I'm at least semi-decent in my own fucking religion. That I, indeed am at least semi-decent, unlike some of the fucking retards who think that my fucking religion is shit. Okay, you wanna know what religions are shit? I think Christianity's shit. I straight up think Christianity's shit, and that you shouldn't believe in that. That, in fact, that most sects of Christianity are bullshit. They cherry pick the Bible and say you can't do this, 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 and this, and you can't listen to this because we fucking say so. Now pay us your fucking money or get the fuck out. Okay, that's religion. Religion is bullshit. I have literally listened to some people lose family for being gay in a Christian family. Okay, there is no one has the right to ever tell you, even if it's religion, that you can't be gay, that you can't be straight, that you can't be this. If you're straight, good for you. Who gives a shit? Okay, and just, I don't know anymore. I really don't. Okay, 1 second. I literally... But... yeah, they are... I said, like, Yeah, those are. Is that really what they were called? I remember they like he should probably go get a key. Yeah. Now, as I was saying, and it's like, you see these people throw stones in their own glass houses, and then when they get caught, or someone finally gets pissed at them, and they finally get caught, and their glass houses break, they whine and start suing everyone. And then you're like, oh no, and then everybody's like, oh no, they're gonna sue us, hide, and it's like, if you countersue these people, and it's like, I love how most defamation countersuits are by either religious or by either religious, or the actual right ones that should be there are the discriminating because of skin color ones. Not because of your religion, because your stupid retarded religion demands that everybody else in the restaurant fucking sit there and listen to your babbling about how good Jesus is and that you're making us pray with you. No, get the fuck out my restaurant. Get the fuck out my restaurant with that bully ass bullshit. And go take it someplace else who actually cares. Oh wait, no restaurant you step into will let you do that because you're disturbing the other patrons. Okay? Nowadays, there are no such thing. I only know one or two actual people who actually follow the Bible and are actually don't cherry pick the Bible. Okay? That would be one of my friends, and then the other person's is a Muslim, and, you know, he reads the Quran every day, so, you know. Actually, he will be on later. So, and it's like, those are the only two people who I know that will not just shove a Bible in your face and say, either read it or get the fuck out. or the parents, or now we're going to move on to another topic, which is parents, or the parents who think that their rules in their house actually apply outside the house to everyone around them. Like, if I'm sitting at a table and someone tells me, put your phone away, you don't use your phones at the table. In my house, and I don't give a fuck. Okay? My phone, my rules, I'm sitting at a table by myself. Shut the fuck up. But he... No, I'm not listening. In hell, actually, I've been waiting for a day like that before, since I've read that story. And it's like, oh my god, I would be like if the dad got up and said, either put your phone away or else. I would stand up, say, or else what? I'm a grown-ass man, you can't make me do shit. What are you gonna do, take my phone? Oh no, you can't, because I'm not your child. And I pay for my own phone. Ooh. And it's like, those people can easily be shut down. Yeah, I may be 6'4" and all that shit, but I would prefer to sit there and just look at a person like that, like, no, not happening. When in fact, I can just tell you no, I don't have to hand you my phone. You don't need to go through my phone, and you don't need to take my phone because I'm answering people on Twitter, or I'm talking to my friends, or I'm talking to whoever on Discord, or I'm looking at Pinterest for new roleplay pictures, or I'm texting someone, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, or I'm watching a video quietly on my phone. Okay, it's none of your business. None ya? Repeat it now. None ya? Business. What I'm doing on my fucking phone, what I'm doing on my fucking tablet, what I'm doing on my game, what I'm doing on my whatever. It's none ya. It's the lake of none ya business. It's the road of stop here and turn to none ya business. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? Y'all need to fucking calm your tit-tays and not fucking go after me. And respect my authority! But, you know... But I would, okay, if they asked me nicely to stop playing on my phone, the story was that they ordered this person to get off their phone while they're at the table. The mother ordered this person who was sitting at their table, minding their business, to get off their phone. And it's like, if she had asked nicely for me to put down my phone, I would have. But she didn't ask this person nicely, nor did she care to. She just thinks that she can order around people and get away with it. And I'm like, yeah, nah. Yeah, no. Just exit stage right and fuck off. But then, that's another thing, is like, you shouldn't say to her, fuck off. You should tell her, please, ma'am, I am here finally. It's my day off after a hard day. It is my day off after a hard week of work. This is the first time I've actually been able to answer people. Ignore the people blowing leaves. Where it's the first time of me actually getting to relax. It's the first time in a while that I haven't had to stream, I haven't had to talk, I haven't had to do anything. I'm just on my phone looking at Pinterest, or Pinter whatever. Or I'm on YouTube looking at everything, okay? Leave me alone, please, so I can just finally relax. And it's like, if you want to relax, you're going to relax, whether it be in restaurant or wherever. there's just this certain type of deer hunting that I want to do, like really, really badly, and it involves just a knife and just the deer. It's you, even, I don't care if it's even you just sneaking up on the deer, sneaking up behind the deer, just a lone deer right there, and stabbing it. I want to do it, just to kind of prove I can do it. Just kind of prove that it's possible. And then you get to eat it. See, that's the thing, is that if I go hunting, I'm gonna eat my game. Jesus Christ, so many commons. Oh, it's a fox. There he is. And that's the thing, is that, okay, when you're nice to people in public, they're more than likely to do what you want. But that's the thing, is that customer service is all over the place. Okay, I'm going to talk about customer service for a minute. Like, okay, I follow people called 9 to 5, and these are some of the, some of the people who I see on here are some of the rudest people I will ever see in my life. And it's like, okay, if customer service doesn't fucking matter to you, go be a fucking telemarketer or something. Or just shut the fuck up and don't say shit to your coworkers. Okay, if you don't want your job that badly, think about this. Having that job that you have is better than being homeless and on the street. Right? That's what I thought. Is better than being stuck out on the street with nothing. But but people, as always, are always gonna complain that, oh, their job is hard. And I get that your job is hard. There are some jobs that are harder than others, like trimming cows' feet. I always wanted to trim a horse's feet, actually. Being a horse nail stylist would be kind of cool. That's just my opinion, though. That's really just my opinion on the matter, is like, that's just what I want to do. I've always found horses. Okay, I like horses, but I don't like horses at the same time. I am too, or as my mom says with birds, I am too intimidating for a horse, or as some people say, I'm too intense for a horse. And it's like, horses act weird when they're around me, so I just choose not to really go near horses, and really, I don't even know the first place around where I live where I could go fucking see a horse. So, yeah. Unless I go down to Wisconsin, you know. No one wants to go to Wisconsin. No one likes Wisconsin. Or birds really don't like me for some reason. And there's some dogs, for some reason, really do like me. I've never gotten one. Cats are kind of okay. Cats kind of like me because they know I'm the person you don't fuck with. Then, okay, cows are just kind of cows. That's just how cows are. then there's people which I really don't like other human beings. Or, okay, I like my friends and I love everybody. I just don't like interacting with human beings. It's just another thing. Though I kind of do this job so I can interact with people, but that's just because I'm tired of sitting alone. I'm just tired of fucking sitting alone every fucking day during the daytime hours. But it allows me to get video game work done. Guess I'm kind of just... Ooh, I'm going in there. Okay. And I just kind of go day to day. There are days where I do wanna, okay, I have depression and I have all these other mental issues. Depression and PTSD. There are some days where, okay, yes, I will admit that I do want to not be alive anymore, but I fucking deal with it, because if I'm not alive, who else would everybody else have to bitch to about wanting to die? Then there's the fact that really nothing interesting ever really does happen unless I get a new video game or I'm playing this game and a fucking piebald comes along, and that's not very often. Which fucking sucks. Or I actually enjoy kind of listening to the drama next door. It's kind of nice. But nice to know that someone's life is more fucked up than mine. Or I just kind of sit here and kind of listen to people talk, or kind of talk to people. I mean, that's just really generally a normal day for me. I think it's about time to switch reserves. Yeah, it's time to switch. So there's so many more places where they could... read this. And then there are other people who... Oh! Okay. Did he send me... I really am tired, though. Even if I do have the tiredness of a dying star. Okay. So, going over here now. Okay. So, first things first. Get rid of this. Take this. This, and grab all my stuff, put it back, one or two, grab this, like that, move this down here, front, collar, that there, elk collar, that there, and then the elk scent goes right under the elk collar. So, I don't exactly know what I'm going after today. I'm gonna go check this spot, because that was just huge. So... So around 1, I'll change everything to warframe. Then I will get on there and I will do some leveling. I will get the eternity that I have up to level 20, up to level 30. Then after that, I will be just kind of fucking around until my friends come. Might go do the what is it called? Go do the Halloween thing. I might go do a few things, just in case. Just for fun. Just for funsies. And that's about it. And what is this? Is this a book or is it... These are just bunnies. Too bad they're bunnies. Maybe I would care more. Live bunnies. Oh! I'm the only one who actually likes watching this fight. God, I got him. I might have just dropped my first time in moves. Probably not, though. What was that shot? Actually, I quite like that shot. Although, I always wonder, how come moose are bigger than red deer, but don't have bigger horns than red deer? I wonder what God's stylistic choice was with that. See, when I took zoology, I took it in, how do I say this? I took that in deer. I took it in deer. I took it in deer and African animals. I took it in like lions and sea creatures, and I did all that stuff. I took it for all animals. I didn't go to college for it. I just kind of studied it a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, this stuff is kind of cool, so I'll read more books. And it's like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. This, and this is cool. Oh, cool, this too. Quit barking at me. First thing we're going to do is that we are going to taxidermy this thing. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe I actually got that. Oh no, okay. Almost there. I fucked them all up. That's nice. That was gonna be my first time in those. Oh man, that really hurts. Oh man. That just sucks.
A phone call is here! A phone call is here! A phone call
Oh. I mean, maybe I'll find another one day. You know what? Let's go to my trophy lodge and try to set up my other. There it is. Oh wow, that is pretty. Can't wait for Explore mode. Still depresses me that my lion looks like that. Looks like someone fucking painted on his fur. Orte's next. And then Verhunga's next. Or actually... since I started with Porte, you know what? Since Porte basically uses the same stuff as Verhunga, I love this. I love how this is. Halloween is a holiday made by worshiping, devil worshipping pagans. Should be telling her about the history of Christmas. Funny. Okay. So, warframe Wednesdays will start soon. You know what? Actually, warframe Wednesdays is going to start right now because I want to play warframe. Plain and simple. No, this was well, I wouldn't, but you know. Do you want to know the funny thing? Oh, God. The funny thing about people in religion is that they always get all uppity and triggered about pagan holidays. Like, it has the support from basically all companies, so there's nothing you can do about it. You know what? Actually, okay, I guess it is Warframe. Because I was gonna change Warframe to like Dead by Daylight because just for now, but because I just don't want to play.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
go on the offensive.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Now that was fun. I only had 65 kills, Jesus.
going to know? Have you lost your mind?
Then after this, I'm doing the
Extraction is ready. You can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon. Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue? We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Attack us, and we'll counter.
Okay, there we go. We'll just let it charge for a minute. I just feel like I should talk. That we really should. I'll just be talking. No sympathy at all from anyone for Epstein death. no sympathy whatsoever from anyone for Jeffrey Epstein's death. Oh. Dear, dear, dear. We're going to turn this off just for a little bit, and then at 1:05 we'll pick it back up. Okay, what I'm trying to talk about, I don't know, what I'm really thinking in my head is, okay, really, what I'm saying is just, actually, I'm not saying anything, really, because I don't really know what to talk about. I feel like maybe I should just stop the stream and go eat lunch or something, but I'm not going to, because my lunch will take like 2 hours to make. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I can play this. I'm not changing the name of my stream because fuck that. Fuck. Fuck. No, I'm extremely bad at trusting people, but I'm not changing the thing because I'm waiting for friends to come for work on Monday. Okay, so I guess we can't play this then. You know what? I'll just find out that long. Fuck you. Okay, I guess I won't be playing that then. See, I'm trying to figure a way to, like, waste some time because my friend isn't just the person I want to play with. The person who wants to play with me on Warframe Wednesdays doesn't get out until 3. And I would okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit for a bit, gonna turn off the stream, then when my friends come back, or after my lunch, one of the two, or actually it'll be after my lunch. After my lunch, I will be back. Actually, I'm gonna